Hey reseller friends! Welcome to the latest edition of Seller's Corner, your go-to source for all things reselling. I'm Erin, content creator for Vendoo, and today I'm here to talk to you about inventory management. But before I do, let me invite you to subscribe to our channel. We publish content every Friday, and it's all about scaling your resale business, Vendoo product tips, and community updates. In this video, we'll talk all about inventory management, what it is, why it's important, what it entails, and my personal methods using Vendoo. Inventory management is a lot. It involves both physical and electronic components. Of course, physically just means where your items are stored, your most space-efficient way to store your items and keep track of where they are. Whether you're using hanging racks or bins or totes, shelving units, or maybe you just have stuff kind of everywhere, there needs to be some process by which you can quickly find something upon sale. Electronically can be a little more complicated. For bookkeeping and tax purposes, there needs to be a master system that tracks all of your unlisted, listed, and sold inventory, as well as your costs associated with all of that and your projected revenue. Whether you're using a bookkeeping software, a notebook, or of course Vendoo, whatever this list is, it needs to be constantly maintained so that it's accurate. These processes get so much more complex if you're a multi-quantity seller or if you're a multi-platform seller, because then you also need a way to determine which items are listed where, so that upon sale you can remove them somewhere. Thankfully, Vendoo makes all of the above really easy. I'll show you how I use Vendoo for inventory management. This is Vendoo's inventory page, and Vendoo offers complete inventory management. As you can see here, Vendoo holds my unlisted, listed, and sold inventory. I can search this by title or SKU, and I can sort it any way I'd like. Alphabetically, by the date created or modified, by the price or the SKU. I can also search by marketplace, that is what is listed on a marketplace or what is not yet listed on a marketplace, or by the custom Vendoo label, which I can create. Vendoo hosts all of the information and images about all of your items. Of course, it also hosts all of your costs, which is really important for your profit and revenue tracking. So my inventory process might be a little bit different than yours, but the second that I come home with inventory, my order is as such. I process it, I prepare it for photography, I photograph it and draft descriptions, I measure things and assign them a SKU, and then I physically store the inventory. So come on with me, let's process some inventory. Step number 1. Well, in this case, step number 1 was actually washing and cleaning these garments. But if they had tags on them that I needed for pricing information, this would have been the actual step number 1. And what this is going through each piece and entering it into Vendoo as a draft. During this time, I take each garment and I usually just enter like a quick sentence about what it is. This is an Athleta black pullover, so I know where to find it. I'll have all of my documents or receipts as far as pricing to be able to enter the cost of my item, and I'll go through all of my items. Again, Vendoo stores this information for me, so it'll have all of my costs and all of my inventory as an unlisted draft. I've got a lot of work to do. And here we are. It's almost sweater weather. Get your warm fall pieces listed. The next steps in my personal process are preparing items for photography, and then of course photographing and drafting my item descriptions. Preparing items in my case means pretty much just steaming. As far as photography and drafting listings, those processes, those steps are kind of interchangeable as to when they'll occur. Most often, I photograph first. So I photograph my items and I edit my photos right from my phone. Then I go on my phone to the mobile website, vendoo.co, and I upload those photos. Then I'll go on my computer where I'm a faster typer and I will start to use the photos to draft my descriptions. But either way, I have those drafts started. So whether it's a photography day and in my downtime I'll be drafting, or it's a drafting day while my drafted listings await photography, because everything's in Vendoo, I can work most efficiently and work best within my schedule to really start to crank out my list. And my last step is finally getting the stuff out of the office and into the warehouse. As you can see, the warehouse is full of completed bins, all of which have numbered items. It's really easy to find things once they're sold because everything is labeled. I do have different types of items, for example, swimwear and undergarments and belts in other sized bins, but the same process applies. I use several different types of SKUs and numbering systems, all of which Vendoo accommodates very well. And that is my inventory management process. It's important to find something that works for you. Your inventory, your schedule, your business model, and what works best in your life. My process has been modified so many times throughout the years, and it's consistently fine-tuned. It should be the most efficient and simple method. Thankfully, Vendoo has really made it so much more simple. That software is incredible. I'm saving a lot of time and a lot of money. What's your process? Please feel free to share any inventory management tips and tricks that you might have. If you liked this video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time, reseller friends.